Hey Tim, and anybody else watching this video who might be updating the blog. I got a request from Tim asking for, can we provide a tutorial for adding blog posts, and then also wanted to create, please add one more category under pastors' wives titled Family Matters. So I'll show you how to do both of those things for the future. First of all, you're going to log into the dashboard, and then you're going to click on, you'll hover over post and you'll see add new. So to be able to add a new post, you just click on that, and then you'll title it test blog post, whatever the post name is. And then if you've already worked out the actual blog post on like a Word document, you can just copy and paste that in this section right here. And I'm just going to grab some text from a blog post that I brought over from the old site, and just do that a few times. So say this is your content. You're going to if you have like a URL that you want to embed in some of the text, you can do that by selecting with your cursor whichever text you want, and then you'll see this little chain popped up whenever I did that. It won't be, see how it's like grayed out whenever I don't have anything selected. As soon as I highlight something, those options will be available. So you click on that, and then you'll type in either a URL to an external site, or as a best practice from an SEO standpoint, you may have, you may want to say like a few sentences like, if you'll remember in our last blog post, we spoke about da 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 da. And whenever you put whatever it was that they spoke about, you can highlight that, and you can actually send them to that URL, and it helps Google to be able to jump from page to page on your site. It likes seeing those links, and usually with descriptive keywords. So so say that it's just see, I'm seeing a bunch of portfolio items when I'm scrolling here, but I think I added this one, stress relief, and so it automatically will put the URL in there for you when you click on it. Or you can do a simple search, keyword search, if you can't remember, especially when you get a bunch of blog posts going here. And then I would recommend, if you're doing a page within the website itself, like in this case the stress relief blog post, just leave this unchecked. When you check this box, it will open a new tab. If you're sending someone to an external site, I would recommend always checking this box, because it will basically, it'll keep your site open for whoever it is that's on your site. So yeah, so that's how you add a link to some text. And then you could do this is you don't have to worry about any of this extra stuff over here, but this is just like as you can see, it's kind of like Microsoft Word. You have your bold, your italicize, your strike through, your underline, your bullet points, either an unordered list or an ordered list by number. And then you have left align, center align, right align, and then justify. And there's some other things like this spell check, which is kind of nice, but it's not 100%. So I would just double sure that you're doing your spell check. If you wanted to insert a more tag, what this means is you can manually select like an excerpt to show up. See how we have a bunch of blog posts on this page for pastors' wives? The read more button, you can manually do that if you want, by clicking on wherever you're wanting to break the line. So if you want to break it in the middle of a sentence, you just click this insert more tag, and whenever you publish it, it will show the excerpt right here. You don't have to do that. There's this little excerpt box down here. I'm going to go to an existing blog post so you can see. So we've got this blog post. If you want to edit an existing post, you just, when you hover over it, you just click the edit button. or you can throw it away in the trash can. The good news about WordPress is it never trashes anything permanently. There's a little trash bin, so it does a soft, what I call it, like a soft delete rather than a hard delete. And my computer's running a little slow here. Okay. So we've got our text here. Okay, so I was just double checking. I know some themes will actually choose an excerpt for you, or you can do it manually here as well. So there's three things that are going on. You can either do it manually with this little insert more tag, or you could do an excerpt down here to override it, or there are settings within the actual theme itself that is predetermining the number of characters that I've already set. So you don't even have to think about this if you don't want, okay? So yeah, all blog posts allow comments by the general public, but they are all held in moderation prior to going live on your site. So you never have to worry about, losing control over someone may say some things that are inappropriate or spam you or something. So that's that. This is a good one. So I know you guys are Vimeo people. Vimeo. I'm a YouTube guy. I like Vimeo as well, but let's just say that I want to embed this video here. I can do that by sharing. So you're going to click on the share button, and it's going to bring up an embed code here. So as you can see, I can show options, and the options are cool because it allows you can actually even change the color of like this stuff here from the default blue. But I know that blue kind of goes along with you guys' color scheme, so you can actually click on autoplay this video. I don't know why you would want to really loop the video, but in some instances you might. Or you can do show text underneath the video. You can uncheck that. You can show video description below video if you want. And so I'm going to do that. Say that you want to resize it to something a little larger. You can do that here. Just click on, as you can see, it's adjusting it on both ends, so you don't have to know what the size needs to be for the height of the video. Just type in how wide you want it. This is width and this is height. And then we're going to click on that, and it'll highlight that, and you're going to copy that. You're going to go over to your blog post, and this tab up here allows you to see the code to this particular the visual editor. So say I want to put the video here. This is one of the few times you'll actually need to, just click on this thing here. Just be aware that if you leave it like this and you go to open a blog post again, you may see it like this and it may freak you out. Don't worry, just click on this other tab. As you can see, this yellow box represents, this video is huge, represents the video and where it's going to be in the post, and that's it. You've got a video that's completely embedded in your site that you won't have to send people away for. So that's how you add a video. There are some more advanced features with this theme that you can actually, there's this thing where you could do a video, you can click on the video, and it basically enhances function. I believe that the video would show up here. You know what? Let's just see what happens. Oh, I see. Okay. So when you click on this up here, this format, you scroll down, these options will show up under video settings. When it's on standard, those options aren't there. They disappear. Okay. All right. And you can do video, you can do audio. You can actually, it gives you the option to be able to upload the audio and then put the URL in here to the file itself on the server. That's a little bit advanced, but it is an option that is available if you guys decide to do that. I don't know if you ever will. there's a, I kind of skipped this, so I'm going to go back up. Sorry about that. You're going to see that there is some different things here. And right now the status is a draft. And so if I hit save draft, it won't show up on the site until I hit publish. Okay. And you can take a look at the preview if you want. So you'll see kind of what it's going to look like. As you can see, the video is way too big. Oh, it resized it for me. Sweet. So here's the video that we embedded. And this is what it would look like once it's live, but it's not right now. So we'll just close that. Then this next thing is this public. You can actually make a password protected blog post. I don't know why you'd want to, but that functionality is it is in here. And you can actually stick a post to the front page if you have on your home page, if you have like some of your blog posts that are showing up there, if you want it to stay there. Otherwise, once you add new blog posts, it will push it down the list by date. So the newest things will show up on the list first, and the oldest things will get pushed down. But if you want to make this post sticky, which is what they call it, and then it'll override that date functionality. And then this is the coolest thing is if you have a bunch of blog posts, but you don't want them to all go out at once, you want them to trickle out, you can set a date and time, and then it will automatically hold it in until that date and time. Then it will automatically publish it. So if you have 4 blog posts and you want to do 1 a week, but you have time to do it now, and because you know you're going to be in meetings in that following week and you don't have time to do it, just go ahead and upload them all, format them, and then set the date and time when you want them to be scheduled to go out. And it will automatically. And the nice thing about that is it will automatically post your blog post to your social media as well without you having to think about doing that. So when it posts to your site, it'll go live on your social media as well. And then once you're ready to publish it, you just hit publish. That's it. Categories. Here's the categories. You can see the existing categories that we have right now, and anytime you're doing a blog post, you're going to do 2 categories. You're going to do the main category. If you look here, you'll see under blogs, you'll see for pastors, and then you have these subcategories under for pastors. You'll see that here, for pastors and subcategories. You'll see by their indentation. So you'll click if it's a for pastors blog post, and then you'll click the appropriate subcategory. So the reason we do this is when they click on pastors, they will see all categories belonging to the pastoral category. Okay. When they click on ministry life, it will automatically filter everything out except for those that belong to ministry life. See, we have 1 blog post opposed to there was 4 or 5 before. So that is why we're doing 2. And it may be where there might be a blog post that relates to multiple subcategories. And so you'll just have to use your discretion on that. Tim wanted me to add a category. This is how you add it. You just click on add new category. Whoops, I forgot what was it? It was family matters. So family matters. And then once you have typed that in, you're going to select the parent category, which is what this main category for pastors is a parent. And these are the children categories. So he wanted this under pastors' wives. Okay. And if you forget to do this, it's not hard to change this. So I'm going to add new category. And as you can see, it'll automatically check mark the box. It looks like it doesn't belong under pastors' wives because it's above it right now. But once you refresh the page, it'll fall in line with the rest of these items. Let me see if it actually, I'm going to refresh this page and see. I believe, nope, you got to manually add it. For some reason I thought it was doing it automatically, but it's not. So that's how you add the category. But then the main menu is here under, if you go to appearance and then menus, this is where the menu can be changed. And it's a drag and drop feature for the main menu. I know I'm going a little bit off script here because this is more than blog pack, but I'm showing you how to add a category in this tutorial as well. I'm going to try to wrap this up here pretty soon, I promise. So you'll see pastors' wives, and these indented, some are pages. If I twirl it down, some of them are pages and some of them are categories to blog posts, and it can treat categories just like a page, which is what we're doing here. So I'm going to go in, and if you don't see it under this thing, just click on view all, and I'm going to scroll down to pastors' wives and then family matters. There it is. So we're going to add this to the menu once we checked it. I'm going to scroll all, for whatever reason it adds it to the very bottom end of the menu, so you're going to have to click on it, left click, drag it up, and the page will start scrolling automatically if you go above the screen. So we're looking for pastors' wives. Here we go. So you see the little dotted line, that's where it's going to be. If I move it too far over, see how it like indents? Now it's like a subcategory of balance. We don't want that. We want it under pastors' wives. Okay. Hit save menu and you're done. Really easy. Okay. Refresh this page here. And there you go. Got a new line item here. Same applies to all menu items. They're all right here in this this thing, and you can just click it and drag it where you want them to be in order on the menu here, and you'll see that sub items will drag together. See how big the box is now? That preemptive care, when I grab this one, it's dragging all of these subcategories under it, so you don't have to move them one by one if you're wanting to reorder the main menu for whatever reason. This is a little bit more advanced. I would recommend trying to avoid doing this if at all possible. But it's easy to kind of mess up, but it's not unfixable. So I don't believe you can break it. Okay, so one last thing is I'm going to show you tags is another way of organizing your information. And the way that I kind of look at tags is they may not be like a main category, but there might be some descriptive words or like a side note thought to a blog post. You can completely ignore these if you want. It won't hurt my feelings, but you know, those are there. And if you want, I just clicked on choose from the most used tags, or you can just type in a tag and then hit add and it'll add it. And you'll see under this, it shows some tags right here. So I could filter by personal life. Actually, let me see here real quick. Okay, never mind. I've got them under the categories. That's not the tags. Here's the tags at the bottom. So this is just another way of, like, if I wanted to click on urban church, it would filter by urban church rather than by what I had it under, which was the category of personal life. I don't remember. Anyway, it's late. It's like 10 o'clock here. We'll close that window. It'll ask you this question if you haven't hit save menu and you made changes, but I was dragging things around and I don't want to save those changes because I didn't really do anything. Okay, so to add an image, you can the image that shows up here at the top is going to be, you're going to click on them. I did that fast. Set feature image, and then you'll see all the existing images for everything on this server. And you can do searches for existing images, or you can upload an image. So if you've got a picture of my kids for whatever reason, You could actually just open a window and then drag it over, and you just let go and it'll actually upload the video, or you can click and select and browse for the file. As you can see, the maximum upload is like 128 megabytes, which is huge. Once you've done that, let's just say I uploaded this image right here. You'll see some information here. This is some advanced stuff. It doesn't have to be done, but Google also likes to see descriptive words file. Like if you're uploading a JPEG, make sure you call the JPEG file the name of whatever it is that the article is about. Sometimes I'll just use the article subject line, and I'll just call the image that. And you can also title it here and then do an alt text. They like to see alt text and the actual files themselves. So let's just say I'm going to click set featured image for whatever reason. If I don't want this image, I just click remove image, and I can remove it. Since we're down here, I'm going to show you author information. I added under the users, I added Rodetta in as an author, but Tim, you'll have I'll set you up with a user, and if you've logged in, it'll default under your logged in name. So if Tim or Rodetta logs in, it'll automatically say Rodetta Cook, not the admin. But if Tim wants to do something, Rodetta doesn't have time to upload a blog post, you say, hey, can you do this for me? He doesn't have to log in as her. He can log in as himself as an admin and select her as the author, and then hit basically publish, and it will show her as the author, kind of a thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how you add a category and a blog post. There's some other things up here under Nectar Shortcodes that I'm just going to tell you, it's more advanced, and you can add columns and stuff, which I don't want to overwhelm you, but you could add a button, a call to action button within your blog post if you want. So if you clicked on button, you just select which size you want as a button, the URL the button goes to, and then the text of what the button says, and then open link a new tab and select the color. There's like these colors here, and then click add shortcode, and it will add a button. Or what might be interesting is bar graphs. If you're sharing information about some statistics or something like that, you can actually create your own bar graph in here and add multiple bar graphs. And so you can say add bar and add bar. And so if you've got multiple data points, you can do that there. I think that would probably be one of the things you guys would want to use. There's a bunch of other things. You can even include recent projects or recent blog posts, but I'm not gonna go into that right now because it's a little bit more than you guys need to worry about. Get this information down first, and then you can move on to more advanced things as you get comfortable. So that's pretty much it. Well, I know it went really long, 23 minutes, but I apologize. Good news is you can fast forward through this stuff if you forget some stuff. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.